Hi there, we're Mutt and Junkyard and welcome to Jay's Toy Collection UK. Ho 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 Joe, and welcome back to Jay's Toy Collection UK for another action figure unboxing and review. And yes, it's that festive time of the year. We are the week before Christmas, and look what has just turned up from Hasbro Pulse UK. It is the G.I. Joe Classified Mutt and Junkyard 2-pack. So very nice to have this in hand before Christmas, which will give me some time during my Christmas time off to have a good play with the figures. But I thought I'd jump straight on and do a review. So we are back up here in the review station in my loft, and it's about 1 degree Celsius up here. It's absolutely freezing up here. It's been a while since I've been up here, and I am absolutely freezing it. So let's have a look at the packaging, and you will see, ladies and gentlemen, yes, there has been a Christmas miracle, because you can see the figures. We can see the figures. The plastic-free packaging era seems to be over. Plastic has returned to our boxes, and you can actually see what's inside it. So this segment is no longer me just showing you a simple cardboard box. So very happy to see the cardboard basically go away and the plastic come back. Now this box I did see at MCM London a few months ago, because they had this on show at Comic-Con in London, so it's nice to finally have it in person. So let's take a closer look. What do we have here then? So first thing you can see is the guns in there. We might have a second Christmas miracle. We'll have to check this later, but they seem to be straight. So maybe the plastic packaging has helped and they're not on a loose baggie, and that will make them a bit straighter. We will find out, but they look better. So here we have a look at Junkyard, the dog himself, which does look really good just in the packaging. And there, of course, is Mutt and all his accessories. And we are getting, of course, interchangeable hands, I'm just noticing. So that is good to see for Classified, because that is one thing that has been severely lacking. If I go to the side then, we've still got some of the box art and the file card on the side there. He's number 113 in the line. And for those of you who did like some of the plastic-free packaging, we haven't lost all of it, because at the back there, we've still got the like the promo toy photography. So that is nice to see that they've kept that bit. So they've kind of mixed the boxes together, and we've got the plastic on the front, and you've still got that bit on the back there. So that's looking good. And then we got some more artwork on the side of Mutt and Junkyard. So there's only one thing to do: get your hashtags ready, because here we go. Right then, for the final time in 2023, can we do this smoothly? We're going to go through there, and of course all of you that are familiar will know we're going to hashtag flip open the flap. Look at that, we're in. So there we are, the figures are out of the packaging. Now, rookie error, I've already recorded this segment, but forgot to press the record button. So tip for all you YouTubers out there, remember to press your record button. The one downside of plastic packaging is I had to have a bit of a fight to get them out, because I didn't want to make sure I didn't snap anything. And the plastic was quite rigid up here in the cold. So we can take a real closer look then at Mutt. So you can see there, this is a very, very hairy fella. And he looks 80s, doesn't he? That 80s moustache, a really cool grimacing head sculpt. If we come to the side, you should be able to see, if I can get a bit of man versus camera focus there. You can see the scar on his face. He's obviously had a bit of a dogfight in his time. The sculpting details really, really good on this figure, I think, already. Before we even try to articulate him, if that lives up, this could be one of the figures of the year for the Classified line. So we've got paint apps, which is nice to see on the vest. So the black zips are painted. The ammunition has sort of gold bits on the top of the metal, and even his badge there and insignia is painted. Again, nice texturing on the trousers and everything there, and then down to the brown boots. He's got his dog handling gauntlet on the side, and overall it's just a really, really good looking sculpt. So if we come across to his little doggy friend then, so let's have our first look at the Rottweiler head sculpt on Junkyard. And it does look really good. There is an alternate head. We'll get to that in a minute. If we come round to the side there, you'll see the dog handling harness is on him, sort of different textures and green paint. And then we will come down, fully sculpted paws, everything fully articulated paws as well by the looks of it. So we will do a full articulation segment, see how we're doing. So that's their view from the front, and I say looking really good. So I'll just give them a quick swivel. because what would Jay's toy collection be without the rear view? So here is the back of the figures, and again, a little canister down there is even painted, and I think it's got an inscription on, but I can't see through the viewfinder. I will go and read that in a second. And then there's a dog's butt, so there you are, dog's butt and a little stumpy tail. So fully detailed on the back. Let me just tell you what that says. Well, my eyesight has clearly failed me. I can see the words "do not," but can't make out the rest. If anybody can make that out, do let me know what that says in the comments below. That's my full zoom. Right, so in terms of alternate hands, you do get a few. So on him out the packaging, you've got a pair of trigger fingers with the up and down wrist hinge. And then from left to right, we've got another left-handed trigger, but this time the hinge is the other way. We've got one right fist for punching, but we don't have two. We then have the hand for sort of holding the bottom of the gun, potentially in the top right. Then we've got the saluting or slap hand bottom left. We've got the Captain America pointy hand in the middle there. And this one here, well, this can only really be described from my astute commentary as the tickle my balls hand, the ball tickling hand. What is this one for? I do not know. Now, clearly, Mutt here is a fan of eyewear, because we get a selection of goggles. So you've got the big ones that sit on top of the helmet with the bigger straps so they won't break. The smaller ones that would go over his eyes. You've got his mask there as well. I'm assuming it's some form of a gas mask or something along those lines. And then he's got a helmet. So nice bit of paint wash on the helmet there. You can see the seam line. It's a bit weird, but they have done a brown wash on the helmet, so we'll take a look at that on him during the review. And then we have the spare dog head, so all you dog lovers out there, we've got the nice sort of panting face with the tongue out, so that's another really good addition to the set. Now we'll get on to the weaponry. Right, we get 4 weapons in the set. First, we get the nightstick, as I'm going to call it. Of course, a big boss man WWE reference there. So he comes with a nightstick. And he comes with the big gun, the sort of rifle thing. Of course, I am no expert at all, as you can tell. So a big rifle thing there. He also comes with a little sort of handgun, again with the black and the green paint apps, and a little knife. So the big question, of course, is here, how flexible are they? Are they better? So I'm glad to report they are much better than some of the previous weapons we've received. The plastic seems a slight sort of different thickness to me. It does seem a bit harder. Now, they're not as hard as the Valiverse Action Force weapons. So if you have those, that is a different plastic type, and they're not as hard as that. But they are more rigid than usual, especially the rifle here has come out much straighter than some of the previous ones. It's not 100% straight, but it's definitely an improvement. So hopefully they are listening, and the plastic thickness, at least, or the type of plastic, is changing within the line. As I say, they're not 100% straight, but a definite improvement, I would say, so that's nice to see. So just to give you a sort of visual demonstration, now the nightstick baton, that has definitely got a bit of flex to it, so you can easily bend it, but it's not completely jelly-like. But the main improvement, I think, is here on the rifle. So as you see, it's not 100% straight, slightly curved at the back there, but the middle piece much thicker than usual. And again here, that's a harder plastic. Again, the softer bits, you can still wobble them, but I think it's definitely improved on what we've had in some of the previous recent lines. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Now over to then, of course, articulation, which I am famous for, of course, on this channel. Right then, it's everybody's favourite segment, of course, it's articulation. So let's see what I can come up with this time. So we'll start with the head. As per tradition, we'll start at the top and work our way to the bottom. Oh, straight away, look at that, a full 360. So that was easy enough. We got a good down. So a good down. We're off to a good start. Can we get any up? Not too much up. I really do like this head sculpt though, as I try and look through the viewfinder at what I'm doing. Can we get a full Michael Myers? Yeah, we can get a full Michael Myers. So we can do the head tilt. So the head's got good articulation. They are using a sort of double barbell joint, a bit like the WWE Mattel figures. So that's pretty good to see. So we'll go to the arms. Can we get the full T? We can get pretty much a full T there. We can do the old helicopter there, spin round. So that's pretty good. Have we got a? We do have the butterfly, but we're not getting an awful lot out of it from the looks of that. You're not going to get a lot of motion out the butterfly, so not much point having that one. Let's have a look at the arms. Can we get the double? So we're looking nice and smooth out the packaging, which is good to see. No frozen joints so far. So we've got the nice double pinless bicep there. So that's working. And combined with that, what you're going to do, it's the Hulk Hogan version of Mutt there. So the abs. Now, straight away from these abs, I'm sure you're noticing the same as me, we have got a fully sculpted vest over the top that's not removable. So assuming your traditional ab crunch is under there, you're just not going to be able to use it. So have we got a swivel at the waist? Not really. So we must have a ball in there, but mine may be particularly stuck. Can we crunch down? We can get some form of down crunch, but not an awful lot. Of course, most of that was me using the waist there. So I held him vertical. You're not going to get much. You'll get more back than you'll get forward. So if you are into your articulation and sort of ACBA and posing, you might struggle with the torso on this one. So that might be a point of frustration for some. Have we got the drop downs? Yeah, we've got the traditional drop down hips from Classified. Oh, and of course, look at that, the full Jean-Claude Van Damme, or the Rob Van Damme to you wrestling fans out there. We can get a full split on this fella. So here, look at that. So that's pretty good. Now the knees. Now this is where I usually run into frozen joints. Let's have a look. Any luck? Okay, the top one, double jointed and pinless. Top joint moving. The bottom one, oh my goodness, no. So nothing on the bottom one there. Let's try the other, and that's not moving at all. So once again, I've run into this frozen knee syndrome, which I have been noticing a lot with the pinless joints there. We've got ratchets in the knees, so you are going to need, I think, you're going to need the hairdryer for this one. So that's the top collector tip of the day. You are going to need a hairdryer to get them moving. Of course, it could just be mine, and it is very cold up here. But bit of shrinkage potentially then. And we got a boot rotation. So you've got a boot rotation, and we got the classic ankle rocker and pivot. So that's fine. It's just a bit stiff. So I'd rather it be stiff than loose, but it's one thing I think to work on probably with this line is trying to get these joints a bit better straight out the packaging. Now we'll move over to see my first ever time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to attempt dog articulation. Wish me luck. Right then, so here is Junkyard, and how do I start articulating a dog? He doesn't look very happy with me, does he? So we'll start with a head, and what have we got? So we've got a full, well, good start with a head. So you can tell he's on a nice double ball peg there. That gives you an idea. Collar comes off as well. We might as well go with this. So you can see a oh my goodness, the filth is going to get unbelievable. We've got a double-ended ball peg, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see that there. So you can see what you can actually get out of it. Obviously mine was a bit loose. So let's get that reattached here, live on camera if we can. There we go. So we can get a full bit of side to side up there. You get quite a good bit of up. And how are we going to look for down? Not as much in the down position. Have we got anything in the actual neck? Okay, there's a cut here. You should see there's a cut here under my hand, so we can get a full, oh, there you go. So we can get a full, sort of swivel to the side there for your neck articulation. Anything in the torso at all? So we've got a waist swivel. I suppose you can get a full, my goodness, what have I made here? Oh my God, it's John Carpenter's thing, ladies and gentlemen. We've suddenly cooked up here. My goodness, look at that. So that's a good bit of articulation. Now we can, what am I saying? We can spread the legs quite wide there because we're on ball joints by the looks of it down there. We've got, I'm assuming that's a single. It looks like a single joint, but again, mine is pretty stuck, so I don't want to break it live on camera. And again, that one is stuck, so that's going to need heat, but you've got a single joint in there. Another single joint going the other way there. That one's much easier to move, so you'll get that out of it. I'm not doing it that way. Might be better if I did it that way, really. And then again, we've got singles there, I would say, but again, mine is not moving, so I'm going to have to get the old hairdryer going. We can get the singles going there. Do we have poor rocker? We do. We have poor rocker. So we have quite a good array of articulation. Again, mine just needs a bit of heating. I don't kind of want to break him on camera, but you can see you can get a gist there of what's going on. So definitely, like Timber previously in the line, we've definitely got a good bit of articulation. Just needs a little bit of heat, I would say. So that is articulation. So now I suppose, as per tradition in toy videos, let's do some comparisons. Right then, comparison time. So I've swapped the head, as you can see, on Junkyard there. So he's got his sort of a dog wagging tongue face on. And with Mutt, I've put his helmet on, the larger set of goggles over the top, kitted him out with his weaponry, and changed his hand to my favourite hand we shall not mention again in the video. So there they are together. So first comparison, let's do something you're probably not expecting. Let's compare them to Mutt and Junkyard, but from the Super 7 reaction line. So got Mutt and Junkyard here from the reaction line. So if I pop him down there, and you can see the difference between the 3 3/4 inch scale of the reaction figures and the 6-inch scale of the Hasbro classified figures there. I know not a lot of people are a fan of these reactions, but I think they're kind of cute, so I've gone all in on these things. I know they're in a big sale now, but there's a comparison for you. We will now change it up and do what you probably thought would be coming in: Snake Eyes and Timber. So I'll bring in Snake Eyes there for the G.I. Joe comparison. As you can see, they're going to scale up pretty much the same. Very good comparison there in terms of the heights, and of course Timber comes in on the side there, so they're going to fit in absolutely perfectly with your classified collection. So I know these are ones that people have been looking forward to, and I think they're going to live up to your expectations. If I give you a side sort of shot there, I don't know what I'm doing here, my goodness. No filth in the comments below, but there is your comparison. It looks like he's having a little lick of his tail. I don't quite know how that's happened, but there you are. You can see that the Rottweiler is of course smaller than the wolf that Timber is. If I put him in front there and come across there with the camera, you will of course see they scale up pretty good together as well. So there's only one thing left to do, and that's of course go downstairs to the toy room and get these bad boys in the collection. Right, then we've made it down into the toy room. And here they are in their position. So as you can see, shameless self-plug, if you haven't checked out the His Tank review, that is up on the channel. So that is fully lit in the collection there. And there you can see Mutt and Junkyard in their new home. So I've gone for the helmeted look in the collection with my favourite sort of "don't mess with me, I'll tickle your balls" hand. That hand just makes me laugh. I'm sure it's not for that purpose. And there we go. And I went for the sort of sticky out dog tongue pose, because I think that one is the cutest. So over there we've got our animal collection. We can see Timber and Snake Eyes. Way at the back there you should be able to see Crocmaster and Fiona. So we're starting to build out our animal collection. So do let me know what animals you'd like to see coming from the G.I. Joe classified line in the comments below. Of course, Law and Order, I'm sure, cannot be far away. But what else would you like to see from the G.I. Joe universe? If you do want to check out the full Joe video, there is one on the channel from a few weeks ago called Preparing for the His Tank, as I go over the full G.I. Joe classified collection. But as you can see, they fit in absolutely perfectly with the line, and I think these are a must pick up for any fan of the G.I. Joe classified line. Yeah, definitely need a bit of heat there. So a bit lacking in the articulation and need a bit of heat. But apart from that, I think the lightness on these are absolutely, utterly fantastic. So I really have enjoyed these and glad they have turned up before Christmas. And they're gonna stay front and centre, I think, of the G.I. Joe collection for a while to come. So I'm looking forward to Classified in 2024. A ton of pre-orders recently from Classified, and I did go pretty much nearly all in on all of them. So this has been a great year for G.I. Joe Classified in 2023, and hopefully more to come in 2024 as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I suppose that's it really. This probably could be the last review of 2023. So happy Christmas to all. And I will of course see you in 2024 for more reviews, but I will be doing a Christmas special live stream, so do check that out. This Week in Toys live stream Saturday night on Jay's Toy Collection UK YouTube channel. So it's been a good year. Lots of top 10s as well to come, but they might not be until next year for now. So I'm going to leave you with that, and all I can say is please do hit that like button. If you could subscribe if you're new here, that'd be utterly fantastic. And I will of course see you on the next video.